going to read a little bit from A Course in Miracles. First, I'm going to find my spot here. It's somewhere in chapter 11. Okay, I'll be reading from chapter 11. I don't know what the title of chapter 11 is. Let's see what it is. It is God or the Ego. And the section is the problem and the answer, section 8. Okay, first I'm going to go in and just rest. I will be focusing on God is the light in which I see. Okay, so starting with paragraph 1, this is a very simple course. Perhaps you do not feel you need a course which, in the end, teaches only reality is true. So, that's all the course teaches. Only what's real is real. Only reality is true. Hey, Whiskers, good to see you. Welcome. Only reality is true. So when I don't feel good, it means I'm focused on something unreal and I'm treating it as if it is real. And because I'm so powerful and you're so powerful, we can make something unreal appear convincingly to us as if it is real, something that seems to be not love. That's a sign of our power when we're experiencing that. But do you believe it? So do we believe that only reality is true? When I feel uncertain, I don't believe it. So that's the cue during my day. If I experience that feeling, is to remember only the real is real. The real is really simple. It's what everyone and everything is behind its surface, no matter how that surface looks. Only the real is real. And what is real is safe and loving always. Everything else is an illusion I made up because I'm powerful. I'm powerful because you're powerful. We're powerful together. But our true power, not the power we see playing out in this world and struggle, our true power, thanks Whiskers, I love having you here with me. Our true power is only the power of goodness without opposite, and it can't be anything but that. When we're seeing strife and struggle playing out in the world, we're pretending, this is like a big game of pretend, that the power of something else, something that isn't goodness without opposite, has power over us. It's like you're super powerful, but sometimes you pretend that something you can hurt you or what you see as someone else. And this is like this big game of pretend we're playing, but as we realize how powerful and shared power we all are, how loved we all are, then we understand, oh, what's playing out in the world is essentially up to me. And as my mind gets really clear with you, with your mind, because we share one mind, then the world doesn't reflect back to us anything silly, anything awry in our minds. So it's like we let our minds get totally cleared out, cleansed, and the only thing left to see there is that we've always been deeply, truly loved. Then the world reflects that back to us. Okay. When you perceive the real world, you will recognize that you did not believe it. So, did we believe that only reality is true? Well, this is the world of chaos we're making with some chaotic thought, because our thought makes what we experience. But when we finally perceive the real world, we'll know with certainty No, I clearly did not believe that only the real was real. I thought that unreal things were real. And Whisker says, you went to a store and the song was like, We Are the Same. Yeah. And I can't remember the song enough to look it up and figure out what it was. But it did feel like the funniest joke. It was a little convenience store. And it was like, we're one, we're the same, we're the same, we're the same. And I thought, I've never heard this song before. I don't recognize this artist. It feels like the funniest joke, like the universe just made it up for me in this moment to say hi. And Bella says hi. Hi and welcome. Feel free to bring up anything you want to in the chat. Even if I'm talking about something different, I'm happy to stop and pause with you. Okay, so where are we? Yet the swiftness with which your new and only real perception will be translated into knowledge will leave you but an instant to realize that this alone is true. I'm going to have to read that again. But Rietson says hi. Hi, Rietson. Welcome. Annie. Oh, you are the best. Thank you. We're all the best together. Let's take a moment to take that in. Let's all be the best together, because that's the truth of us. Thank you for the hearts. And Bella says, I just got back from camping. Well, that sounds lovely. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, welcome everybody. And I will blather on about A Course in Miracles because that's what I come here to share. You're all the best. I agree. But you bring up whatever you want to in the chat, and I will pause when I see that something's there. Okay. I'm going to read that sentence again. The swiftness with which your new and only real perception, so we have unreal perception and we have real perception, and my purpose is to allow my perception to get corrected so I no longer perceive the unreal and I'm only just perceiving the real, a reflection of love. And he says, where do you live in Illinois? Did somebody say they were from Illinois? Because all of us in the scream, though, I don't know what that means, but if you want to explain it to me, you can. And hi, my name is Remy. Welcome, Remy. It's good to have you here. And bring up anything you want to in the chat. Okay. Yet the swiftness with which your new and only real perception will be translated into knowledge. So our perception gets corrected until we only see the loving. And then perception is the bridge to knowledge. So within everyone and everything is what's real about us, which is, you could call it the Holy Spirit, and that's the bridge to knowledge. So within everyone and everything, there's a bridge from perception to knowledge. So our perception gets corrected until we only see the loving, and then there's the bridge from perception to knowledge. And to know that's alive and active in everyone and everything keeps you away from all the judgments the ego might make about anyone or anything, because the most important thing about them is that this beautiful indwelling divine spirit is here and it's alive and it's beautiful. Okay. Do you live in Illinois? Oh, are you asking me, Annie? I live in New York State. If anybody wants to share where they live, go ahead. Okay. And then everything you made will be forgotten. The good and the bad, the false and the true. So all the chaos and strife I've made here in the world, all the struggle, all the arguing and the, I just want to say struggle, I guess, all the back and forth, all the ups and downs, all of that eventually gets forgotten, because this is just an interlude in our experience as the beings we are. We're actually beings of peace, and we're not about struggle and competition at all, but we're giving ourselves this experience right now as huge, enormous, all-powerful beings of peace. We're giving ourselves this experience. And we eventually forget all of it. And then, oh, Annie says, you say that you live in Illinois. Well, I hope you enjoy it there. Okay. For as heaven and earth become one, think of that, heaven and earth becoming one. Because really, A Course in Miracles will tell you everyone's in heaven right now. We're just dreaming we're somewhere else. Oh, thank you. Is it Jamaica? Let me know if you want to correct my pronunciation. Thank you. Nice to have you here. Feel free to bring up anything you want in the chat. Okay. For as heaven and earth become one, even the real world will vanish from your sight. So right now we're living in a world of chaos. That's okay. Because what happens to the world of chaos is it gets corrected or translated into the real world, a loving world, where our perception shows us only what's loving, because we allow all the crazy in our minds to get cleansed. What you see reflects what's in your mind. And so when you haven't allowed your mind to, all the wrong thinking in your mind to be corrected, you do see chaos outside of you. But as you allow that to get corrected, then the entire world reflects back the peace you are. So we allow that to happen. We see a world of peace, and then even that vanishes. But that's okay, because you don't need a world of time and space to be you. You are a great and vast being of peace, light, and love eternally. And this world's going to stick around as long as we need it. It's a tool. It's like a book, like something you learn from, right? It's a tool for us. And every being playing here and learning is innocent, innocent forever. And that's pretty much the truth of us. But you can see how easy it is to forget that. You might look over there and see someone who doesn't look innocent and peaceful forever. And those are like the costumes we're wearing at this Halloween party. But at the, after Halloween, you go back to school or back wherever the next day, and everyone is not wearing their costume anymore. And you remember, oh, they weren't this monster. They're just themselves. That's kind of what we have going on here. My Kindle just turned off. All right, I'm not going to be on here too long tonight because I have to go. But I'm just finishing this paragraph. The end of the world is not its destruction, but its translation into heaven. So if we never left heaven, but we pretended to by imagining, then when the world of chaos translates into the world of peace, you don't need a world that's like the toy you've been playing with. You have your home. You have heaven. You already have where you already are. So like this world is almost like a phone you've been staring at. You've been fascinated by it. But anyone can put down a phone and just be where they are, right? This world is like that. It's like a device you've been staring at and fascinated with, and the device looks scary or harmful for a while, and then it looks totally fine, and then you realize, I'm done with the phone. And you set the phone down and you look around you. Here you are at home, safe, whole, at peace, like you've always been, with all of your divine siblings. Okay. The reinterpretation of the world is the transfer of all perception to knowledge. So we perceive here, we wise up to ourselves, and we allow our perception to get corrected. So everything we see is loving. And then what we see gets translated into knowledge. Our perception gets translated into knowledge. So within everyone and everything is a bridge, and it's a bridge to what all of us remember as the collective truth of us. So whoever you think of, they're very important, or even whatever you think of, like my trusty water bottle. Whatever you think of, everything's very important because it has the bridge to knowledge within it. Or maybe behind it. You could think of like in a video game, You're seeing things, you're seeing images, but behind it all is just made of light, right? That light is the bridge to knowledge. And we can remember who it is we are, and the fact that all of us are, as the beings we are, we're harmless forever. As the people in the video game or at the Halloween party or on the stage, it looks like we're stage fighting and that we can harm each other and that we can be harmed. Is that the ultimate truth of our being? It isn't. So we're here to remember the ultimate truth of our being, the true reality that we share. And I'm happy to share that with you. Okay, so I usually begin and end by going within to rest and focus. And I often say when I go within to focus, I am focusing on what you are, because in me is love, in you is love. Everyone's the same thing. So when I go within to focus, what I'm doing is I'm resting. I'm resting in what you are. Whenever you go into focus, you're resting in what everyone, everywhere, all across time and space has ever been. So that's a way of sharing, going within to focus. Okay, so what I'm going to focus on is God is the light in which I see. But if you don't like the God word, you can focus on anything that feels like truth and enlightening to you, or you don't have to do this at all. You can do whatever you want. Okay, so going within to rest like this, it helps me. It helps line me up with whatever I'm supposed to think, say, and do that day. So having these little rest periods really helps me align with what is it I'm supposed to do today? I don't know, but I can be shown, I can get little nudges, thoughts can come into my mind and they can guide me. And I think as all of us learn to tune into that guidance, it's really kind and gentle and it can become very clear as we practice. As we tune into that guidance and we flow from it, act on it, then we make that guidance more easily available to everyone around us. So it's just like you're sharing peace, you're sharing clarity, you're sharing flow just by doing what you do. Okay, that's it for me today. Thank you. And I will see you when I see you.